Hello YouTube. Today I'd like to explain to you what I was doing on a day 9/11/2001, the day of the terrorist attacks in New York City, the day that the planes hit the World Trade Center buildings. This is how the story starts. Back in late August of 2001, that's when I first bought my car, my 1993 Buick Century. At work at the time, there was this guy named Tim, this older guy. He was offering me his mother-in-law's old car because she couldn't drive because she had Alzheimer's disease. He was offering me the car for a sacrifice price for $3,500. The car had no rust on it. I mean, it had 39,500 miles. It was basically mint. He didn't want to deal with the hassle of selling it because he worked long hours at work, and along with the vacations he took every weekend to northern Wisconsin, he didn't want to deal with the hassle. So he offered me the car for $3,500, and I went by his house and I looked at it, I drove it, and I told him the next morning that I would let him know not or if. So the next morning I told him I would buy the car, and a week later I went to the bank, got a check, handed him the check, and I drove the car home, and I've owned it almost 9 years now. And now it has 100,000 miles and rust, but yeah, I mean, a couple weeks later after I bought the car, 9/11 happened. When the planes hit the World Trade Center buildings, I was sleeping, and when I woke up, I turned on the TV, and I was flipping through the channels for something decent to watch, and the same thing was on every other channel. So I was wondering what the hell is going on. So I called my friend Ted up, and I go to Ted. I'm like, what the hell's happening? And he was like, the terrorist attacks happened in New York City. The planes hit the World Trade Center buildings. And that afternoon, my mom came home, and we were wondering what to eat, and we decided on a pizza. So I went to Serafino's, which is this pizza place down where I live. I was driving the Buick to get the pizza, and I was surfing through the stations on the radio, and the same thing was on every radio station. And that night, I mean, there was cars lined up at the gas station. I mean, people were afraid and paranoid that the gas prices might spike up, so there was lines at the gas station, like out of the gas station parking lot onto the street. I mean, cars were everywhere. And yeah, I mean, time goes by fast. I mean, it feels like that day was just yesterday, and it's almost 9 years ago now. Of course, it's 8 years. And that concludes this video, and I sure hope you enjoyed hearing my experience. Bye.